everyone, this is Deca Crypto. I help thousandaires turn into millionaires and millionaires turn into Deca millionaires through strategy, research, as well as finding some hidden gems to receive huge multiples. Today, I'm going to focus on something that is a little out of my niche, which is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the leading indicator for cryptocurrency performance, and that's something I cross-reference. What people have been using in the past, they aren't using as much, is logarithmic chart. So I'll share my screen now. Essentially, this kind of rainbow chart has been able to accurately predict Bitcoin's performance up to 2022 or so. So what we're going to do here, as a disclaimer, is full speculation, but I'm going to cross-reference this as a bull case, a bearish case, and my personal price prediction, and for the reasoning behind it. First off, we are not following this trend as strongly, but this does give us great back data, which is going to be quite insightful. So currently we're in April of 2024. Let's say that's the rough date, 29th. We were supposed to hit, let's say, 131,000. But of course, there are lots of factors, including inflation and everything else that happened between now and 2022 to consider that. Just referencing this chart, the low end for Bitcoin on my prediction is about 130. Bitcoin jumped from 500 to almost 20,000 in 2017, went from 3,000 to 67,000 in 2021. So we are seeing kind of that reduction in multiples, but although we are still heading up with a certain trend, Bitcoin lows was at 17 or so thousand this cycle, and I expect at least a multiple of a 6x from the bottom, just because that seems like a common theme we have been trending towards. 500 to 20,000 2 cycles ago was a 40x. Now we went from 3,000 to 60,000. That's a 20x. And if we go from 17,000, which was around our low, to all-time high, just based on that pure speculation, we can expect a 10x, right? Just because the rate of return pretty much has a half-life after every cycle. I can approximate on the low end 130,000. On the most realistic case for me personally is around 170,000, just because that's just what I've been cross-referencing from my own experience within this industry. As you can see, this middle chart is like the most accurate representation. It hits the first wave, the first local top of the halving. So here and here as well. And now it almost looks like we have hit it here in 2022, which is quite interesting because it doesn't really happen as early, because now we're in 2024, but we already beat previous all-time highs, which was located right around, let's say, here. So we're seeing something like this case. I don't want to do like such an in-depth technical analysis, but from what I see, let's say we follow this exact same pattern. If we give it 4 months, or sorry, not 4 months, let's say average of February, just hypothetical case, it's able to blow up top in the middle right here. It's around 350. Personally, I like to be a little more conservative in this case, although I do see 350 being possible, especially with all the institutions having their ETFs approved for retail investor inflows to come in. I'm still targeting that 170 to 200,000 range, just because once Bitcoin hits that top, that doesn't mean it's over. Typically, all the money flows into Bitcoin, then it goes into Ethereum and stablecoins, and then it drops down to altcoins, with high cap altcoins called blue chips, medium altcoins, which is around the 200 to 900 million market cap altcoins. And then we end up with the microcaps, where you see those 1000x's, which is something I will review. And with that being said, if you guys have any idea of what projects you want me to have a deeper dive on, I'm totally willing to do so please let me know. Additionally, what total market cap are we expecting? We maxed out near a 3 trillion market cap last cycle. I still expect around a 4 to 6 mil. It could potentially be even 7 mil, but right now I'm gonna be a little more conservative and go for that 4 to 6 mil range. Bitcoin accommodated for almost 1.5 to 2 trillion at best, and pretty much, let's say we have 3 trillion left over for everything that isn't Bitcoin or Ethereum. 3 trillion, which is 3,000 billion, which essentially can be up to 30 projects that reach over $100 billion market cap, which is really crazy. And it's gonna be some easy wins, especially when you have some blue chips. And when blue chips are starting off at, let's say, 1 billion, now there's a chance to 100x because of all these inflows coming in. So that's something else worth considering. And with that being said, I think it's pretty useful to kind of reference different metrics to forecast. When it comes to forecasting, you don't necessarily just want to use one data point and set and forget. In order to have more accurate forecasts, you want to use, let's say, a logarithmic chart, previous trend analysis as well, see market considerations, like for example, an election year, record inflation, record interest rates, record US debt. How is that going to impact the economy? Now we're talking in case of CBDCs, how is that going to play a part? And that's something that you're going to have to do deeper analysis on and even consider. I can only speculate just because this is a whole new technology that we're seeing. So it's going to be quite interesting. If you have any other requests for price predictions, research on microcaps, or if you just want a deeper dive analysis, let me know in the comments below and I'll totally get to it. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Have a good one, everyone. Take care. Bye.